Hi, my name's Carter Moss, and I'm your host for Faith in Five this week. We're in this series called Songs of the Season, looking at different songs of the Christmas season, but also how they can speak into whatever season of our life we're currently in and what God might want to teach us through them. I want to talk today about O Holy Night. Beautiful song. Did you know that was the very first song ever played on the radio? Back in 1906, it was played. It was actually written long before that in France when they were renovating this huge, beautiful organ and asked someone to write a song to debut on it. And so they did. And it turned out to be a beautiful song. Some powerful lyrics in it. And one of my favorite lyrics is this. It says, "The thrill of hope, a weary world rejoices." Wow, written so long ago, but even here in our current times, a weary world. Do you feel weary this year? I don't know how your year's been, how your Christmas season's going, if you feel weary maybe physically or mentally or emotionally or even spiritually. But what do we do when we feel so weary? You know, it leads to anxiety and hopelessness and despair. What is the antidote to weary? Well, God has a great antidote for us, a couple of them. And the first one we talk about actually on week 1 of Advent, if that's something you practice. And it's the idea of hope. Hope. And that's what's talked about in O Holy Night, is this thrill of hope. And I love that idea. One of my favorite acronyms for the word hope is hold on, pain ends. So we can have hope that pain's going to end. But I think this kind of hope God has for us isn't just hope that one day these hard circumstances will be over. It's also a hope that we can find good and valuable and meaningful things in the midst of the seasons we're going through. Because let's be honest, sometimes these seasons last quite a while in our lives. And so hope that we can find something good in the middle of it, hope that we can find good things from God on the other side of the season, and hope that God is still here. He has not abandoned us. He's still writing the story, and he's still working out his plan in our lives. Lots in the Bible about hope. I love what the writer of Hebrews says about it. In chapter 6, he says, we have this hope from God as an anchor for our soul. So when you feel like you're weary or you're lost or drifting, think about hope of God being an anchor for your soul, firm and secure. Hebrews goes on in chapter 10 and says, so let's hold unswervingly to this hope. Don't swerve from it. Hold on to it because we know that he who promised it is faithful. And then in chapter 11 it says, faith is confidence in what we hope for and evidence of things we don't see yet. Think about it. If you see something, you're not hoping for it anymore. Hope is all about the things that we don't see yet. You know, I think about in the Christmas story, before the birth was ever announced to Mary, we have the story of Zechariah and Elizabeth. And they had lost hope that they could ever have any children. They couldn't see any way that that would be possible. But God spoke into their lives and tried to give them hope and faith in things that they couldn't yet see. And so that's the kind of hope that we're called to. I love that line in the song. It says, yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. I don't know how far yonder is going to be in your life, but what a great promise from God that hope means that a new and glorious morning is going to break sometime in your life. And another great antidote to hope also we can get out of this song is says he appeared, talking about Jesus here, he appeared and the soul felt its worth. That's a powerful line. God wants you to know your worth. Don't lose your sense of worth. Sometimes guilt, self-criticism, self-condemnation take away our worth. And this Christmas season is meant to remind us that our soul can feel its worth because of who Jesus is. Because he came, that Christmas proves that you were worth God sending his son for. You were worth Jesus coming and being to you all that God meant for him to be. Jesus would grow up, by the way, and say that when next time you're feeling weary, to come to him, and he wants to give you rest and give you a new hope. And so we can choose to have this kind of hope. I hope that whenever you see that word this Christmas season, you'll see it in lights or on signs, or when you hear that word in a song, that you'll turn to God and remember that he ultimately came to send you and I a deep sense of hope because Jesus is coming.
Thanks for watching Faith in 5. If you like what you see, please like and share. If you're interested in making a donation to our ministry, please click the link below.